Okay. Who wants to lay down a track?
Okay, I'm rolling. If these guys are all right, you can go anytime.
"47 stories beneath the Earth's surface in Hutchinson, Kansas, encased in a cocoon of salt 400 feet thick, can be found the legacy of Johnny Carson. It is a time capsule of popular American culture in the last third of the 20th century. More than 4,000 hours of tape documenting the franchise he hosted for 30 years, The Tonight Show. What Carson was unable to reveal about himself in his private life, he disclosed before a nightly television audience of 15 million people. One looking for evidence will find it on these tapes. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
That's good. Perfect on time. We can move on.
Those 1,500 people in Omaha who had televisions invited their friends over to watch a test pattern broadcast 4 hours every day.
That's perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's just such a funny image, all those people standing around watching a test pattern. He had a singular youthful charm and an impish twinkle in the eye.
That was good.
CBS Publicity portrayed Johnny as the perfect family man. Carson would never forgive or forget. At a luncheon earlier in the day, he had one too many martinis. It's one of the great episodes ever.
You're true.
You really think you're fooling everybody, don't you? Ruth Carson called herself Johnny's toughest critic. She gave her son only a passing grade. "I wasn't sure that John was the type for it," she told an interviewer. "When Jack Parr had the show, there was so much controversy. John is not controversial." It's really when she says that wasn't funny and walks out of the room, that's just, you go, oh my God.
Yeah, he actually cried when he read that. Can you imagine a cover story Time magazine?
It's also incredibly sweet that when they found all the articles that she'd been saving, that he kept that. Because in a weird way, that belied her behavior. It was like she was really proud of him, but she wouldn't say it to him. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. Workers cleaning out her Arizona home discovered a box filled with hundreds of newspaper and magazine clippings dating back to the beginning of her son's career.
That was okay.
Johnny kept the box in his bedroom closet for the rest of his life.
Great. That works. Okay. I liked it. Really good.
Do you know when I was on the show? I think it might have been 91, because I think that was the year I did 3 things on television. I think the Jim Bakker movie aired in like April or May.
Kevin, it's April 27th, 1990.
April 27th, 1990. When I grew up here in the Valley, I used to go to the Tonight Show. I used to sneak in quite a lot. I still have ticket stubs. And then I met him for the first time when I was 18. I'd managed to get myself backstage. I mean, I used to do so many things to sneak in. I mean, you can't imagine. I used to call and pretend to be him about 15 minutes before the show would tape and say, "Listen, I got some friends in from Omaha. Would you just put 2 tickets down under the name Fowler? And they'll show up anyway. Shit them in my regular seats. I gotta go." And then they would set up, and I would go, and there would be tickets. And I remember waiting for him backstage after he'd done a show, and I had a Life magazine that he was on the cover of, which I still have. And I asked him if he'd sign it. So he signed it. It's the only signature I have from Johnny. And it's framed in London next to the later Rolling Stone, where he was on the cover of Rolling Stone. And actually, the other great thing was I got to be the butt of a monologue joke, because he'd had such a field day with the Jim and Tammy Bakker that he said, "And the actor who plays Jim Bakker in an NBC television film this Sunday night, Fall from Grace, is here tonight. At least I hope he's going to be here, because apparently my producer found him just a little while ago in the green room under a couch." That's what happened to Jim Bakker. So yeah, I'd love to see this. My God.
This Sunday night on NBC, there's a special movie called Fall from Grace, which is the story of Jim and Tammy Bakker. Bernadette Peters is one of the stars, and the gentleman who plays Jim Bakker is with us tonight, Kevin Spacey. Kevin? Good to see you.
Thank you.
This has got to be a hot movie.
It was great. It was absolutely astounding to play a role like this.
Yeah.
In fact, my friends are sick of me because I've been preaching at them for weeks. I can't get rid of it.
How'd this role come about? Did you have to audition or something for it?
I think Pat Sajak turned it down. So, but I'll tell you, the preaching scenes were great fun.
You know, how did you change a little bit to
Yeah,
get,
we did a few things physically. We put a wig on, and we had a pretty uncomfortable dental appliance.
He has kind of a little
Chipmunk.
puffy face.
Yeah. Nuts.
He always looks a little something like you'd catching your headlights on a country road. You know, that's my first.
Well, we had a dental appliance that fit up into here, and it was rather uncomfortable for the first 5 or 6 days. And it kind of.
I feel so lucky to have gotten to do that show before you retired.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
quite astounding, quite incredible.
What a life. What a life. They didn't call him king for nothing.